Barbendersradio. Y'all know what time it is, St. Paul. Local music, local talent, and today we are having a local conversation all centered around Black excellence. Happy Black History Month, you guys. I am your host, Des. Welcome to Barbendersradio. And who is our special guest that we have in here today? Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Black youth upholding the black truth.
Yes, sir. We're going to get into a bunch of questions with Brother Ra. We're going to touch all the areas that we need to within Black History Month, and we're going to celebrate with a trap and drill and R&B playlist. Ain't that crazy? Yeah, I think a lot of people might be a little bit mad. I got Brother Ra up here, but then I'm playing trap and drill, but you guys, it's all gonna come together. So let's get into that first song, you guys. Welcome to Barbendersradio. We are going to go first with Alone Jones, You For Me. St. Paul, it's always you for me right here on Barbendersradio.
As I walk in front of the store, baby, where you need to go? You're the one for me. Take you around the world, what you wanna see? Baby, you're the one for me. Sing the right song, play the right key. Gonna be, you're the one for me. I got a call on me, daddy, don't run the killer. If you wanna come over to set it up, we finna fall, she finna wet the bed up. Yeah, I know you heard what I said, I'm gonna make you wet the bed. She said go longer, don't you dare slow down. Push harder. You can last more rounds. Go longer. You're almost there now. Baby, you can meet me in the trap. Girl, it's going down. You're the one for me. Take you around the world, what you wanna see? Baby, you're the one for me. Sing the right song, play the right key. Baby, it's what it is what it's gonna be. You're the one for me.
Man, this is fire.
Prince Riley, Turned That Midnight. I'm bringing the whole North Minneapolis to y'all today. Let's go.
I've been real since I was young, you don't know what that feel like. Getting money all day, so we be turned at midnight. I might fall for you once, but I never slip twice. If I love you, it's forever, just hold on and sit tight. Everybody getting left when it's time for me to go get right. Had dreams of being fly, now I can afford to miss flights. Telling me how to be me, why would I want your advice? I'm the only one they see, don't gotta turn on no lights. It's so crazy, they hate you when you try and get them rich. I was giving everything, but they ain't giving shit in the ish. We was supposed to be a team, you think you bigger than the clique. He was supposed to be my dog, but now we gotta get him fixed. Dropped the blunt a couple times when my hip got so high, I can't lie. I don't even know which one I'm with. When I shoot it's game time, I don't miss. Going to town with a little Medentro and she got some love. And all these niggas say they love me, then they hate me. Oh no! Why these niggas just keep on trying to have my babies? Why she all up in my face? I'm like, please, girl, I'm broke. Smiling to the bank. All you see is cheese, that's no joke. Haha, don't bring up my problems anymore, I just take notes. I won't crash out, I've been stopping at red lights, I just can't go. Life's a gamble, taking chances, it's on me, better I say so. She a 10, she the baddest, and she see I'm none anymore. Yeah, I've been all across the world, they moving mighty slow. I can tell you that ain't my girl for sure, she a... If I started, I'ma finish, ain't no sitting back, oh no. If I got it and I spend it, I'ma get it back on broke. Youngest ready to up a switch. Remember we used to fight with fists. How'd you be rapping about my life? I don't even really like to diss. I was just working a double shift. So at 12 o'clock we lit. I don't even buff with everybody, so this just might be quick. Hit the block and swerve, I'm the one with what you heard. I saw men with many problems, but I ain't heard not a word. Miss some days when it was our chicks in the crib, they bottle served. When bro was putting D&D, he text me like do not disturb. Trying to tell me how you feel, but it's not your turn. Acting like I wasn't real, oh you got some nerve. I can teach a man thing, gotta stop to learn. Boy, I'm hot just cause we cool, that won't stop the burn. Hot shit, I spit, open up the mosh spit. This a one-on-one fit, they don't even got this. He can't do it like he want, he don't got the options. This balloon boys for life, and we still poppin', yeah. I've been lit all my life, you ain't what I'm trying to build, so you really ain't my type. Everything I say is real when I'm speaking on this mic. Getting money all day, so we be turned at midnight. Getting money all day, so we be turned. Getting money all day, so we be turned at midnight. Getting money all day, so we be turned.
Cheese bar.
All of them, yeah.
Okay, Haji, not okay, let's go.
They see y'all when they see me walking. Yeah. I'm not okay. I lost my brother today. They really took him away. Mama knew I was gonna slide for you. She text me, son, do it the right way. I'ma pray. Please put a mask on your face. I'm straight. They want to feel my pain. No name. Real members don't come out to play. They wrote every poet that you can name. We are up it and blow at your face. Leave us off the shots betrayed. Catch up and I turn into clay. Put on it, don't bother to aim. When we skate, we don't care about the age. Whoever involved gotta pay. First case was a high-speed chase. They know I don't stop for the chase. Hey, I do the dance like Stacy. You can tell by my eyes that I'm crazy. We carry sticks like the Yankees. Only thing we not popping is babies. I read something up with 60. I ain't going on to get in that shape. If he stitch, they gon' give me forever. He better deal with detectives. Y'all still gon' accept them. Benefit of the gang on my record. We didn't really put to get no stretches. Prisons be wishing they kept us. Cause we don't go nowhere without weapons. Clip on their flicks, etc. I be coffee in the face, I just met her. This my pockets on nutty professor.
Call me when you're home,
Baby Rio, call me when you home, babe.
Liquor made me shop more. I don't wanna part ways. Meet me on the top floor. I've been having dark days. Babe, that's what the Glock's for real. I just pop for real. Said I shop more for real. Stand on my own 10 toes. Go to the house, score for real. I might just put in sport. It wasn't meant to locked in the board. Calling me, I had to ignore. Told her I'm sorry, I'm trying to record.
I still wanna talk more. Had her all day. Liquor made me shot more. I don't wanna part ways. Baby on the top floor. I've been having dark days. Babe, that's what the Glock's for.
Call me when you home, babe. Baby Rio, go ahead and check that out. Right now, you guys, we got Brother Ra in-house, in studio, live in flesh.
True and living.
Looking good, my brother. Let's start off with the origins, though, because I feel like people have may have heard Brother Ra, heard your name before, but they don't really know who you are. So let's get into the origins of who you are.
Yes, sir. So I'll say my family is from Illinois, and we moved up here when I was a young age. Went to school in the Mounds View, New Brighton, Shoreview area. And then after I went out of state for college, moved back to St. Paul, and that's where I would say I was reborn or second born. That's where I found knowledge of self. That's when I figured out who I really was, got into community, started organizing, and really started meeting people that were affirming me in my identity and affirming me in what I wanted to do. I started meeting a lot of like-minded people who had some of the same feelings I did about our struggle and our plight as Africans in America.
Wow, very deep. When I first met you, I felt like you were already on your arc of knowing our history, and you would give me affirmations and be able to help me unlearn a lot of things that as a young child, I kind of just kept with me, and I didn't know why I had those things with me. And you were the one person that made me question why I had those habits, things that I like. So how did you get into community work specifically? Like, what sparked your interest to be there? Because I ain't gonna lie, that's the most area I see you in as a person, and that's real dedication to be your age and to be in the community as deep as you are.
Man, gratitude. I first started, I actually came to a fork in the road. My dad was actually telling me, like, you know, you getting older, it's time for you to start making some real money and being able to do for yourself without having to need my parents or my other family members to support me. So I came to a fork in the road. It was either I was about to work at West Rock, which I'm sure a lot of people in St. Paul have heard of. It's the paper company off Vandalia. My dad was working there, and it was either I was going to work there with him, or I had also just got a job opportunity to work for the DFL, helping organize Rena Moran's campaign for Ramsey County Commissioner. So being in community and registering people to vote and volunteering, all of that stuff I was more interested in, instead of just putting in 16 hours a day, doing overnights and doing work I didn't really want to do. I was more interested in that type of stuff. So I decided, like, I'm about to just take a chance and work with Rena and see what this brings me. And then through that process, working for the DFL in 2022, this is all in 2022.
Wow.
I just started meeting more people, meeting community, started figuring out what I liked, what I didn't like, and it brought me to here.
Man, that is a blessing. We're about to get into another song, and we're about to get right back into the conversation. This is Paul Blaze featuring 22 Slippin'. Don't let me catch you slipping. Blues on Barbendersradio.
Some clean, so we hit the store. You can't compete, I ain't no little boy. We taking the city over by force. Married to the money, I ain't getting divorced. What'd you do to get in that Porsche? I took risks that you couldn't afford. You know what I did to get in the doors. And I ain't never selling my soul for, so I go back to flipping them whole. I'm on a price steady on my toes. Catching them flights, we ain't hitting the road. Told my plug, let me get that quote. Only need two, but I might get four. And if that price get a little more low, I might grab everything in that flow. I'm off this pill and it got me right. Law pack with me, it's on this flight. I don't punch and really I write. There ain't nobody, I'm trying to be light. I sold weed, no, I don't serve white. Just ride your own way, please don't bite. The scammer homies got me like. Maybe I ought to learn how to swipe. I love blues, I'm talking about bands. I pop perks, but I don't do Zans. These local rappers acting like fans. Not her body take up the trans. I ain't no BD, I ain't no lord. I ain't no click hop and the floor. If you see me, I'm strapped for sure. What you little boys know about war? I keep a Glock, cause I ain't trying to box and fuck up these be yours. Phone them sliding down the block and that all blacked out for Explorer. The doctors can't even operate, send you straight to the morgue. Spinning blocks and playing with switches, drilling on this like it's a sport. I don't want no square bitch in my face. I don't want head, tell me where you bank. We don't do mids and we don't do fake. If it ain't no deal, I'm cool, I'm straight. I ain't gon' beef if you ain't got rank. You better just chill, better position safe. Cause I got goons in and out the state. And walk up artists like to paint. I don't want no shit in my drawers. I need some clean, so we hit the store. You can't compete, I ain't no little boy. We taking the city over by force. Married to the money, I ain't getting divorced. What'd you do to get in that Porsche? I took risks that you couldn't afford. You know what I did to get in the doors. And I ain't never selling my soul for, so I go back to flipping them whole. I'm on a price steady on my toes. Catching them flights, we ain't hitting the road. Told my plug, let me get that quote. Only need two, but I might get four. And if that price get a little more low, I might grab everything on that floor.
I pop jigs to get out my body. They know deuce do the most. I could turn it into a ghost with this little Casper in my coat. It's a switch, dump it out the whip and up around killer bitch. Money Mitch, put the whole hood on and I ain't ask for shit. Where the licks? Me Frogstone and 6 trying to come up off them hits. I try to show up to my show, got hit front row up with that nick. Head tap, leave his head crack, yo gushing out his head tap, leave his head crack, yo gushing on his shit. Hey yo Bliss, walk him down straight with the glizzy. If I blow and phone them blow, we gon' smoke shit like a chimney. Roll him up just like a Philly. I just left up out of Nemus, I just blew about a 50. I don't wear no stack jeans, her man's holding up the Smithy. If you want it, come get with me. We bake way more than them pies. I can show you by the biscuit. You can't scrape the pot and whip it. And this up, you couldn't even lift it. I just ran she up the bag. Watch me whip it. Trap Olympic.
I don't want no cheaters in my drawers. Need some clean, so we hit the store. You can't compete, I ain't no little boy. We taking the city over by force. Married to the money, I ain't getting divorced. What'd you do to get in that Porsche? I took risks that you couldn't afford. You know what I did to get in the doors. And I ain't never selling my soul for, so I go back to flipping them whole. I'm on a price steady on my toes. Catching them flights, we ain't hitting the road. Told my plug, let me get that quote. Only need two, but I might get four. And if that price get a little more low, I might grab everything on that floor.
Alone Jones, Minnesota. This is for you. Alone Jones, Minnesota on Barbendersradio. One more song and we going right back to Brother Ra. Tap in, y'all.
Flying private, she got me wildin'. She my little secret, ain't gon' tell nobody. I'ma answer every time she callin'. Chauffeur, we backseat riding. We vibin'. She undressed me, she my stylist. She a crash out, so she like violence. More like Minnesota, she a Viking. Baby girl got me smiling. I'm tricking on a man, I'm wildin'. Yeah, look at what you want, don't even look at the price. I'm tryna boss you up, I'm tryna get you right. Hot tub and candles, I'm tryna make it nice. She said, baby, don't drown, this is slip and slide. She said, baby, don't rush, take your time. Put my name on it, make it mine. I'ma put my name on it, I'ma make it mine. Flying private, she got me wildin'. She my little secret, ain't gon' tell nobody. I'ma answer every time she callin'. Chauffeur, we backseat riding. We vibin'. She undressed me, she my stylist. She a crash out, so she like violence. More like Minnesota, she a Viking.
Alone Jones, you ain't gotta be alone. We rocking with you here at Barbendersradio, Minnesota, Alone Jones. Now we can get back into our conversation. Brother, I really just commend you for the work that you're doing in the community. And I think a lot of young people in our position right now might be feeling lost on what they can do. What are the origins of Black History Month? What are some ways that people can tap in to our history and begin their arc of being in the community so we can help unify all of us together?
Okay, what are the origins of Black History Month? So, Black History Month, we're actually at 50-year anniversary of Black History Month, which was started in 1976. But the origins of that with Nana Carter G. Woodson, author of Miseducation of the Negro. So from what I know, and everybody can look on his website, or not his website, but his organization's website, the Association for the Study of Negro Life and History, or African American Life and History. They tell us that pretty much Carter G. Woodson was coming to this celebration in Illinois. He was traveling from DC, where he went to Howard, and going to Illinois for the 50th anniversary of emancipation. So our community was celebrating 50 years since getting off of the plantation and bondage, and there was a lot of exhibits and there was a lot of history that was shown at these at the event that I think went on for like 3 weeks at the University of Illinois. And eventually Carter G. Woodson, he saw this stuff, and it inspired him to create his organization, the Association for the Study of Negro Life and History. And the intent of that organization is to promote the scientific study of Negro life and history and celebrate, but the organization was rooted in studying Black history. So now we do a lot of celebrating, obviously, but I would say the first step somebody could take is to study and to find a book and to read, go on YouTube, look at articles. Don't make social media your only place of research. So after he was able to start this organization, there was actually him and his people in his fraternity at his school. They were inspired from that event, from them celebrating the 50th anniversary of emancipation. They were inspired to start Negro Literature Week, or Negro History and Literature Week. So it started off with the college and the people in the college making that initiative, and then eventually, like 2 years later, his organization was the one who started Negro History Week in the second week of February. So yesterday, or this week of February, 100 years ago, is when they started this Black History continuity of celebrating our life and history. So I would say the first thing and the last thing that we're gonna do while we're here is study. So make that your first step in trying to figure out who you are.
Wow. Thank you for that history lesson. Just before we get back into some music and get back to some questions, I really want to start off with picking your brain and picking your mind. You told everybody at home what they can do, but now I want to dive deeper into what your beliefs are and what you think. So my first question is, what keeps you going in this daily struggle as an African warrior to keep pushing forward? Like, what is one thing that's making you keep pushing forward, even though everything may not seem, the reality isn't the way it should be, in my opinion?
I would say really history, what I would call our collective memory, is what keeps me pushing forward. And I say, or we know that in Black History Month we celebrate a lot of Black inventors, and I would personally say that the Black inventions are amazing and it's great what our people have done, but the more beautiful part about those inventions is that they were able to do all these things in spite of all of the oppression that they were facing. So it wasn't just we were inventing as free people that weren't going through anything. No, we were inventing while in the face of trauma and death and destruction. That's why it's so wonderful. So I look at those types of things and I think like, okay, my situation right now isn't nearly as bad as it was in 1926 when they started this. So everything that our ancestors have done to bring us here, we are their wildest dreams. So I just keep dreaming and I keep pushing forward because I know that they push forward for me. And really all the support from my family, they're really proud of me. My friends, my brothers, everybody's really proud of me. So I just keep going for them. And when I see other brothers like yourself going and striving to do better and to be better than we were yesterday, it makes me want to be better, and it makes me want to continue learning and continue educating people, because at the end of the day, that's all we have is our history. And actually, Carter G. Woodson, I have a quote that he said that just reminded me. He said, "Those who have no record of what their forebears have accomplished lose the inspiration which comes from the teaching of biography and history." So when we don't know what we did in the past, we're not going to be inspired to do anything today or tomorrow. So I think that's what's the main thing that really keeps me going forward, is knowing that what we've done in the past, and I know that we can do even greater today.
Brother Ra, you're cooking, which follows me up to my next question. What do you believe is the correct vision of African sovereignty, and what does it look like to you?
So African sovereignty, which is similar to African liberation, I would say first is being void of the worldviews, the attitudes, the definitions, the ideas, the values, the orientations that we have been imposed by through white supremacy and through our enslavement process, which I would call a identity rearrangement and behavior modification process. So through these 400 years, through the continued oppression and the socialization process of white supremacy, we've been indoctrinated with so many things. So it's gonna first start with returning to self in our mind and understanding the thoughts and the worldviews that our ancestors had to keep this mission and this vision going for African sovereignty. And then we can get to the conversations about land and what we're gonna do on the land, how we're gonna govern as sovereign people. We don't want to recreate what we have right now with the systems and the definitions that we have under white supremacy somewhere else. So we need to be able to Kujishagalia, self-determination. We need to be able to do for self first, and then we can build and work around work in collaborative relationships with each other as we are doing. If we hadn't have known our history and studied the way me, you, and our brothers did, this wouldn't even be as collaborative as it is. It would be more competitive, right? And that's what the system of white supremacy creates. It creates a space for competition in business, in sports, right? Everything that we're imposed with, everything that we see on TV, it's all about competition. But we want to return to self and get back to that worldview of collaboration and community.
Wow. Now look, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Cooking again. So I got some more juicy questions. We're gonna get into another song and we'll be right back. I wanna leave you guys with that question because this is a job for all of us, you know? Just because we're on the radio and we're the youth and we're speaking for our generation and what we believe for our people, it's all of our jobs. And the reason I chose a trap and drill R&B night to have this type of conversation is because we're gonna need all of us at the table. There's not gonna be one person that's gonna be excluded. Oh no, you gangbang. Oh no, your history's this. You can't come sit down. We're gonna have all of our people unified, talking through what we need to add to our community. And the next question is, what do you have for the Twin Cities as far as your vision? What is your vision for the Twin Cities? I want the whole Twin Cities to think on that. We're gonna go to another song and we'll be right back. NLU Skeet 762s. Hey, this is a trigger warning too. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This is trap and drill and R&B. So we'll be right back with NLE Skeet 762s on Barbendersradio. Don't sleep, y'all.
You made this shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sticks, 7.62. These ain't regular. These so Tesla and make this one flip. A, B, C, D, E, F, and N. Everywhere I go, this right next to me, my best friend. I'm the artist at the door. You better not think I'm checking in, or I won't enter in your club if I can't bring my weapon in. Hey, fuck all of that talk, like you still got some money. A 50 ball on your head, or this shit costs for nothing. Everywhere I go, my shooters with me, they got all the buttons. Dad, cause it's pride, really all for nothing. We got all that iron, get the fine, hold 100. Seen them bullets flying and started crying, he couldn't hold his stomach. Seen all of them holes inside his buddy, froze cold, he vomit. Caught with all them poles, ain't no parole, that told us. Hey, we with all that bully, all that savage, and this so messy shit. She ain't give it up on the first night, won't even text that. I just let her do what she want to, no, I don't stress her. I be grabbing her neck and pulling her hair when we having sex. Come here, like where you going? Soon you try to run, then I'ma get the thorn. Glock 23, be dunking. This ain't Michael Jordan. Sick, he love to shoot without permission. He just get the blowing. Pull up from the 3, shoot with precision. Got a different form. Stand over him, fill him up with all these tacos. We the ones be in the streets, they be ducking them potholes. We be trying to bump, let's get outside. Tell them drop low. Go ask them about us. We paint but it's like Picasso's. Out of yelling, see my head hurt. Getting niggas still trying to get back, cause they was dead first. Same nigga talk about Casey death, he got did worse. Same nigga laugh, cause Raymond left, made his head burst. A fiend for lean, you come with some drink, might get a free verse. We put it in boxes, crop shit, we wanted some t-shirts. Missed them bodies close, no you didn't, we're getting reverse. Bail out the car and hope hands it down until your feet hurt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sticks, 7.62. These ain't regular, this is so Tesla and make this flip. A, B, C, D, E, F, and N. Everywhere I go, this damn shit next to me, my best friend. I'm the artist at the door, you better not think I'm checking in, or I won't enter in your club if I can't bring my weapon in.
St. Paul, you ain't gotta wait for the local music. Sweevo waiting for love. Jerde, Bankroll, baby.
I call you on my way, I know you waiting for love. I've been saying all the things you say, I'm making it up. Ay, making it up. You call when you want, you let your friends get between the skirt, they mad at fuck with us. Music, we taking it up. Ripping up, ain't making it up. Them boys, we fucking it up. Brothers ain't no fixing us. I thought we was gon' run up. I thought we was gon' run up. I thought we was gon' run up. I thought we was gon' run up some cheese. Look at my racist hepatic for lead. Shawty be real, you ain't fluffin' when he a bomb. Making that man, he ain't fooling with me. Can't get it, getting it, that's better than me. And she starting to realize this ain't no game, no, you can't click B. Baby girl, this is real life. Bad shit, sundress, that is real tight. And you put that on the show, ooh, real nice. Get a chain with your name, girl, rise. Take you home with a smile, that's big time. Take you home with a smile, that's big time. Take you home with a smile, that's big time. Take you home with a smile, that's big time. Take you home with a smile, that's big time. You ever run with a high hat, ready to get in your pockets? Nah, for real. And my runs don't be capping, my mama know I be rapping, but oh well. They know my name, sweet won't ring bells. Thinking of 13, hopped in the field. Who in this it's just me and my still. Stick to the paper, boy, I'm doing better, shot know you can tell. Got my new boo Prada, Louis Chanel. I ain't got a stunt, bitch, I'm jaded for real. By myself, friend, up couple meals. Counting these bands, bitch, on my bag. I hopped out the hot box, I hopped in the Jag. I'm getting them racks, fell in love with the stacks. So my business, I want it all cash. Started dead off, so smoking that pack. You spray on my brothers, I gotta spray on my brothers, I got a straight bag. These bills talk tough, but they ain't with that act. Ain't no internet beef when I flex us. You talking on game, we gon' stretch ya. Bankroll, put in work, he gon' stress ya. Up now with my brothers, what's next up?
Up now on my brothers, what's next up? Ain't no point of vest, we shoot neck up. Snatch a roller, we put it protects us. Spec a plane, we putting them checks up. Spin that block and we leaving them messed up. Oh yeah. Back on the biggest, you know I'm the man. Baby, I ain't playing, you know what I'm saying.
I call you on my way, I know you waiting for love. I've been saying all the things you say, I'm making it up. Hey, making it up. You call when you want, you let your friends get between the skirt, they mad, they can't fuck with us.
Barbendersradio. We got my brother Ashe. Y'all know how we coming. We Can't Stop the Rain by Brother Ashe.
Look, you can't stop the rain, but the pain gon' pour. I still kept stepping with my faith in the storm. Used to drown in the doubt, used to paddle through the war. Heart full of thunder, but my soul been reborn. See, life did hard like a left to the chin, but I rise every time with a flame from within. Yeah, the trials gon' come, but I'm built to withstand. Every tear that I felt watered all of who I am. From the weight of the world to the cracks in my shield, I still march forward with the scars that never healed. Ain't no peace in the sky when the clouds look gray, but I found me a light that the storm can't take. See, pain is nothing but evolution in the skies. I'm fully executing what it mean to be alive. Can't stop the rain, but you can shape the path. So I walk like a king with my storm on my back. Rain don't stop me, pain don't drop me. Storm just raise me, God still got me. Rain don't stop me, pain don't drop me. Storm just raise me, but God still got me. Look, you can't stop the rain, so I trained in the flood. I was raised in the struggle, baptized in the mud. Swearing through the silence, crawled out of the pain. Every loss was a lesson that tattooed my name. I've been broke, been blamed, been bent, been framed. I never folded, I just walked through the frame. Tryna steal my peace, you gon' pay for that. I got God in my chest and I fight for that. See, pressure make diamonds, so I shine in the dark. Had to carve out a vision even though I had to start. Tears on my page, still I scribble with grace. Every verse is a blade that I'm cutting through fate. See, I bleed for the ones that ain't make it outside. The rain hit different when you watch your kin die. But I rise like a drum line locked in the fight. Can't stop the rain, but I walk like a lion. Rain don't stop me, pain don't drop me. Storms just raise me, God still got me. Rain don't stop me, pain don't drop me. Storms just raise me, God still got me. Yeah. I know life get hard, man. I know the storms keep coming, but you gotta know them storms was built for you to be born, for you to keep on growing in this thing we call life. So make sure you don't let it
So Far Away, Mac Turner. This is another North Minneapolis artist. Look him up. Barbendersradio. We on the north side tonight.
Forever ain't enough, I still use fly to get my motives from. I should've held myself accountable before a blunt. We all God's kids. I've been told that I'm the golden one. Truth be told, I'm the broken one. I tried to prove myself to haters, the provoking one. Stroke the ego, he the chosen one. But if I get in that door, then they gon' know it's done. I'm like the youngest of my mama kids, but I move through life like I'm my oldest son. I never thought that it would get this hard. I got so far, but I'm still so far away. All that work, I never got the chance to open up. I'm glad I held myself accountable before a gun. I need a big crown. I never cared about the in crowd, but they still show me love when I be in town. I walk a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known. Oh, how far I've grown, how far I've grown. I never thought that it would get this hard. I got so far, but I'm still so far away. Yesterday I missed like 26 calls, 26 broads thinking, who can I call today? We had dishes, had me fighting my thoughts to get rid of this ball. I swear to God, I give it all away. Damn, lately I've been missing my dog. Just for a call, I wish I can give it all away. I never thought that it would get this hard. I got so far, but I'm still so far away. Still so far away. So far away. So far away. I never thought that it would get this hard. I got so far, but I'm still so far away. Still so far away. So far away. So far away. I'm gon' put this on, Minnesota, stay calm. I'm gon' put this up, I'm gon' put this on. Only going up, and I'm coming strong. Going for the guts, coming for that throne. I'm gon' put this up, I'm gon' put this on. I'm gon' put this on, Minnesota, stay calm.
Barbendersradio, we back. It's your boy Dez. I'm here with Brother Ra, answering some beautiful questions. I hope you guys was paying attention. I told you, what is your vision for Twin Cities? Y'all live in the Twin Cities, y'all should have that answer. But we gonna go to Brother Ra right now. And what's your vision for the Twin Cities and the impact that you want to leave for the legacy?
I think that the Twin Cities is ripe for revolution, as Kwame Ture would say. When you have raised consciousness and worsened conditions, it makes the perfect space for a revolution. And I say that because the Twin Cities has always been a leader in this nation. The Twin Cities has always stood 10 toes for what we believed in. And honestly, I think this is the perfect time to build and build and build and build. Build institutions, build programs, build coalitions, anything that we can get on the ground running to continue promoting and teaching our children knowledge of self. We want the miseducation system to provide knowledge for us when that's not how that works. That's not how it was set up. The miseducation system is meant to benefit the interests of the system. This is what Carter G. Woodson is telling us in the miseducation of the Negro. The miseducation system only has one purpose, and that is to miseducate the people who need education for their survival the most, which is us. So I would say the Twin Cities right now and tomorrow and the next day, we have a great job ahead of us, and it cannot end at protests. That cannot be the only thing that we do is go out and march on the streets. We have to do for self, and we have to create for ourselves. If we could put all the energy that we want to put into protesting, which is part of the work, but it can't, like I said, it can't stop there. If we could put all that energy into building something for ourselves, then we will be one step closer to the goals we want to reach. So that's my vision. What's your vision?
Wow, very deep, brother, very deep. For my vision, for one, I can say leading by example. I don't want to be somebody who says you should do this, you should do that. I want you to be able to see what I'm already doing, and you can just pick up on what I'm doing and be able to learn a lot. And I also want to be that voice to speak up. I'm happy I'm on the radio because, you know what I mean, that's giving me the platform to do it.
Right.
But I want to be able to speak up for the ones who don't speak up for themselves, and for situations that need to be spoken up about. It's great that it's Black History Month, so it's almost like we don't have any choice but to talk about our excellence and what we add. But I want that to be a norm.
Right.
And I want it to feel like a norm for everyone else. So
exactly.
My vision is very simple. It's a us vision, you know. It doesn't end with me. But my next question is, what problems does your type of work solve? And what questions do you want your work to answer?
That's poetic. That's very poetic. I'll say to your last point though, Carter G. Woodson said he needs us to study Black history 365 days a year. So when we talk about culture, when you do something 365 days a year, that's a culture. That's what you're doing every day of your life. So this ancestor of ours was trying to create a culture of studying to promote evidence-based research and to promote not misrepresent what we've accomplished in the past. So I really appreciate that you said that's what we want to do every day.
Man, and it's funny but it comes off the backbone of just knowing you and having personal time with you, you know what I mean, outside of work, outside of us doing youth work and helping the community. I look over and I'm watching like brain rot or football highlights, and I look over and my brother's watching a lecture, and he's reciting it to me, and it's decoding the way I'm even thinking about the football highlights that I'm watching. Now I'm turning it off and unsubscribing because I'm like, you know what, my time just needs to be in a deeper place. That's why this whole interview in itself was supposed to be my blueprint for someone who's in the young age of 20 and up, melanin in the skin,
right,
and maybe just a little bit misguided and needed a calling of like, where can I restart?
Yeah.
Where can I unlearn all these things that have been pushed on me, all these holidays, traditions that I blindly follow and don't know why I'm doing it? Where can I restart and have something that's centered in something for me? So that's why it's so important that I could have you as my first guest. I'm so honored to have you here on Black History Month because you got all the sauce. You know, I gotta pick your brain for all the sauce. You got all the sauce, man. So we do have some more questions. I want to get into a couple more songs, and we are gonna drop the sauciest questions at the end of the interview. So I thank everybody for tuning in. Barbendersradio, we've been slowing it down and speeding it up, but we ain't been going through nothing that we can't conquer. That's why 22 Slippin' is about to tell you about what he's going through right here on Barbendersradio. 22 Slippin' going through it.
Done right. Life in prison. No chance of parole.
My brother going through it. He lost his mama to the streets and we still slime for it. I merged that get back come with time, now it's a horror story. Let's slide on case and wipe the first new we see is gory. I ain't in the class, let her back though she get tore. I spent all they money on SITs, but still I caught up to 'em. This ain't need for speed, I tap the switches, car gon' shift up on 'em. I ain't mean to fuck your I only did cause I lift up on it. I need to go to sleep, but feel I can't cause all my demons get a hold of me. I wake up pissed trying to catch a body, they controlling me. Two-tone Beretta in my sweater, niggas smooth together. On they block, a quiet storm till bullets rain and hella. Money can't change me with or without the shit, I'm the same fella. I'm still copping forces and Jordan shit cause I always grew up with them. I've been that nigga since the Holly shirt mismatched with the tore up denim.
You so goofy. Patch trying to slide on patch. You know what the fuck going on, man. Long live my mama. Man, the snow until we say it, so.
My brother through it. He lost his mama to the streets and we still slime for it. I merged that get back, come with time, now it's a horror story. Let's slide on case and whack the first one we see is gory. So,
someone shows you who they are, I share you. Believe them for the first time. Or get burned at the baseline. Still gotta pay you.
Damn.
I share you.
Them, they, people in the way. We be trying to impress with our lives every day. Undergraduated soul, better learn how to pray. Better learn to be you or you learn to decay. Marathon like journey so you can't go astray. If you don't feel worthy, know it's always a gray. It's not about the vibe but the message you convey. So find what you love and not what they say. They say they love to hate. Many smiles in my face that don't shoot straight. Lot of files in my mind that's just in case. Many miles that I pace to not lose face. I'm at the fountain. Went through hell just to climb the great mountains. I went through spells and ascended on my accountants. My peaceful heart, the result, my mind sounding off. Resounding off, rebounding off the lessons. So I never be less than blessed in my gift. And it's never a question. I write cause my tongue is a weapon. Weaving, I step in the realm of the heavens. Healing cause it seems like it's hard to be real in a society manipulated, re-engineered into a shell. Looking the same with no substance. Can't flip a switch cause you got no buttons.
Gotta let it breathe. Man, y'all ever had somebody in y'all like that? Y'all really trust them, but they just turn their back on you at the darkest moment. Those are the type of films that I'm talking about in this song. Cause it's crazy.
I share you. Them, they, people in the way. We be trying to impress with our lives every day. Undergraduated soul, better learn how to pray. Better learn to be you or you learn to decay. Marathon like journey so you can't go astray. If you don't feel worthy, know it's always a gray. It's not about the vibe but the message you convey. So find what you love and not what they say. Turned off, I gotta turn on till I get what I've earned, y'all. Putting in the work, can't afford to return. Fall back into the cycle of the lessons I learned, y'all. I stand on my own 2 feet and I'm firm, y'all. Burned and bruised by friends and crews that act like they hold you down, but loose and screwed. So everything falls apart. You had it all. Got tricked by a group of fools with nothing to lose. I can't go back. I can't go back. I said I can't go back. I can't leave. I go back. I can't go back.
St. Paul, I know you in the mood for some local music. Up streets, move. I'm in the mood for some local music. I know y'all are too. Let's go.
You kept me up all night till the sun rises. We was way too intoxicated, using our vices. Girl, it ain't even your birthday, but you like surprises. Girl, it ain't even your birthday, but you like surprises. Plus, you been waiting on me to get home. It's different when you there all alone. Reminiscing, girl, just pick up the phone. Reminiscing, girl, just pick up the phone. Reminiscing, girl, just pick up the phone. I hope you're ready, 'cause I'm trying to put it on you, babe. Baby, I'm just trying to set the mood for us two. Baby, I'm just trying to set a mood for us two. Girl, I'm knowing we was just some kids at the playground. Look at us, what we got to say now. Only real one that ever stay down. You know I'm about you, I can never play round. We can vibe, just you and I, yeah. I give you the business. Hold on tight, don't be afraid of heights, yeah. There's a meeting in this bedroom. Ain't no telling what we can do. All this liquor mixed with you, it don't matter when you want to. You know I come through. You kept me up on night till sunrise. Sunrise, yeah.
novice. It ain't your birthday, but you like surprises. Girl, it ain't even your birthday, but you like surprises. Yeah. She waiting on me to get home. Big issue when you there all alone. Reminiscing, girl, just pick up the phone. Reminiscing, girl, just pick up the phone. Reminiscing, girl, just pick up the phone. I hope you're ready, 'cause I'm trying to put it on you, babe. Baby, I'm just trying to set the mood for us two. Baby, I'm just trying to set the mood for us two.
Y'all can't tell me Upstreets ain't got it, man. Upstreets mood. I know y'all in the mood for local music. That's why you come to Barbendersradio. And it is almost that time, guys. I hate to wrap it up. I wish we could be in here all night, man. So, Brother Rod, let's get to the meat and potatoes so we can let these guys hear some more local music before they get up out of here. But let's jump back into that question. What problems does your work solve? And what questions does your work answer?
I would say the problems that it solves is definitely regulating ourselves from stress. I am a yoga instructor and breath enthusiast, I like to say. And me and the team, I would like, it's not only me obviously, but we go into the schools, we go into other businesses, organizations, and we teach people about the power of our breath and how we can regulate ourselves in real-time moments to prevent ourselves from reactive situations. So I would say the problems that it solves is our community relying on self-destructive so-called healing modalities. So alcohol, smoking, whatever type of things that you watch that is obviously not good for our brain. When you get the time to just practice inhaling and exhaling, it allows you to make healthier choices for yourself. So then you start studying, you start learning up about some other healing methods. You might take the time to just go outside and watch the sunset, It'll put you in the realm of wanting to try new things when you just start practicing regulating yourself every single day. Not only when you're stressed, you gotta do it when you're in the best mood possible. Just stop, take some deep breaths, and get into the practice so then when a situation does arise, you won't react to something. You'll have a way better opportunity to respond and do something that's in your best interest.
Wow. Sauce. Splash, splash, splash. I know I'm doing too much. Happy Black History Month, everybody. I brought in the best guest that I could that is around my age and is doing some great work in the community. Before you get out of here and they close the door on us, I want you to just give some shout outs to maybe some people in the community, maybe some organizations you work for, just anything. I got a couple that I want to share, so I want to let you go ahead and go first and put these people on some real songs.
Okay. Shout out to Arena Moran first for taking a chance on me and putting me in a space to meet new people. Huge shout out to the Black Youth Healing Arts Center, Irreducible Grace Foundation. That's the hub for a lot of my work, and a lot of community spaces are held there. Huge shout out to Ujamaa Place, where I met my Jegna elder, who gave me a lot of information, gave me a lot of books to read, and continuously I'm meeting with him at least once or twice a week, and he's putting me on with information. Huge shout out to YouthLink, every day doing for homeless people and striving to get people housed. Huge shout out to OMG Media Solutions, or OMG Studios, Monique Linder, one of the only Black-owned media producing companies in St. Paul. She has produced many films telling the story of our people around Juneteenth, around Reconstruction. I've been blessed to be a part of these projects, so huge shout out to her. We got another film coming out this year, number 7. Shout out to Culture Club Collaborative,
sir. That was
making
one
the
of
space. Yup, making the space. Dez and Auntie Sadiqa making the space for young people to come together and create. And there might be some other organizations I'm missing, but all known and unknown, they know that I'm rocking with them, and we'll see each other in person.
Yes, sir. One more question I got for you. What comes to mind when you hear Tierra Oso and Chance York?
Oh, snap. Okay. Tierra, that's my drum teacher. Great sister that I've been working with for the last 4 years. She's Puerto Rican, and she teaches Puerto Rican drumming. So we play bamba together, which is a Afro-Puerto Rican drum style, rhythms that come from the continent that made its way to the sugarcane plantations in Puerto Rico. And Chance York, he is one of my yoga instructors. I got certified through his program, him and Jaina, Two Rivers. Great leaders in community that have been making the space for black people to come together and heal and move their bodies and restore balance and peace and power into our lives. Huge shout out to them.
Shout outs to y'all. Where can we find you, Brother Ra, and how can we support the movement? Man, you're such a community gem. So where can we find you at, brother?
You can find me in the Black Youth Healing Arts Center. I work there and I support the programs. You can find me on Instagram at JCO1E_. You can email me. My email is joseph.rcole1114 Those are the main ways I get in contact with people. Otherwise, you gotta catch me in community. Gotta get out in community and start showing up.
I heard that. Hey, we about to get up out of here. I'm about to give y'all one more song. But before I get out of here, Brother Ra, who's an artist that you want to see that maybe we ain't heard on the radio or not, but maybe somebody we should bring up here?
Oh, I need to see my brother Jabril up here. I need to see brother Ashe up here.
GB, Ashe, okay, yes, sir. We're going to make sure we get them on the list. Barbendersradio. We are going into our last song. Shout outs to Culture Club. Shout outs to Youth Link. Shout outs to Ujama Place. Shout outs to all the nonprofits that are giving us the space to be able to do exactly what we need. Up next, we have Baby Rio. I can't wait. I know y'all can't wait till next week when we have more local music, and neither can I. Barbendersradio, I'm your host, Dez. I love y'all.
Peace. True and living.
Power 104.7 WEQY St. Paul, the best of hip hop and R&B.